Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Dominions 5. My name's Mew. This is turn 1 in a game called Button. In the beginning there was chaos, and now the wheel has turned once again. We're playing in the early age, and we're playing as Fomoria. I've actually played this nation before. I played them in Dominions 4, a long time ago. I think they're a little bit different though in Dominions 5. They've certainly changed slightly in the balance mode we're running. I know for a fact that all these dudes are cursed, which I don't think is vanilla, so, there's that. But besides that, this is technically a nation that I have some experience with. I know that we can get a bunch of Numidian sorceresses flying around, cloud trapping into provinces and doing a bunch of horde of skeletons. Pretty good. But who knows, maybe we'll discover some new things as well. We're playing on a pretty old map. This is a map generated using Cartographic Revision. Possibly a very old version of Cartographic Revision. This is one of the named maps we use in our community. I believe it's called Agnostically the Best. And we've got quite a nice start. We're between two farmlands, sort of. And we have a bunch of water as well, which we could get into quite easily as Fomoria, so that's pretty good. Less good for us is the fact that we only have 3 land connections in our capital. And I would quite like some resources in our capital, because, quite a lot of our troops need resources to recruit. So only having 3 provinces to draw resources from is not great. Desert of the Cliffdale, as we can see, is 19 resources, so already off to a terrible start. We've got to really hope that Impassable Mountains over here, the highlands, is just brimming with resources. Hopefully there's like a superior iron mine here or something. That would be really nice. But yeah, we currently will have, 118 resources in our cap. We need to at least double that. Fingers crossed. I don't have high hopes, but fingers crossed. Also less favourably perhaps, this game is running a mod called Less Water, and it turns a bunch of underwater nations into coastal nations. I know for a fact that Rillier is in this game, so they could potentially also be on the coast and they'll just take these before we get to them, but well, who knows. Anyway, that's a little bit of preamble. We have a cool god who has a incarnate bless, and he's in prison, so we won't see that for a while. I think I took it partly just because it was an amusing bless, and partly because it might be a good Morrigan bless when we've got those up and running later on, so we don't really need the bless in the early game, because if I remember rightly, Fomoria has really easy expansion, so we should be fine through the early game. We'll get big quick, intimidate our neighbours, maybe even go to war with someone early, who knows. Anyway, let's make a start. Turn 1 pretty simple. Going to send the scout into Impassable Mountains so we get a more accurate scouting report here, because yeah, this is a priority province to get. We have 2 farmlands next to us, which is nice, and we'd like to get to those as well. They're also both 2 moves from our cap, which means they're great places for forts. Although that would then suck some of the resources away from here, so maybe not. Maybe this one would be good though. We'll see. But there's also thrones near us as well, 3 of them that we can get to quite easily. That might hamper expansion a bit though, actually, because we're going to have to go through chokes to get beyond this ring. In fact, this throne is a solid wall, so hopefully we can get through that. On the other hand, I think we have sailing, right, on our dudes? Yeah. So these commanders can sail people over lakes and take them underwater, so we could always go through water provinces or over water provinces if we need to get around this, I suppose. Not a huge deal. The big giants are a bit expensive though, so 480 gold. Might be a while before we recruit one of those. Anyway, yeah. We'll scout Impassable Mountains. I have been on some mercenaries. Arnaud's archers. We don't really need these, so I just put 1 more gold than a min bid on them. But they'd certainly, they'd help the starting army last a bit longer if we get them. They might be able to take this on their own if this is one of those provinces that has just a commander in it. Because it is a 950 pop province, so it's not exactly, a massive pickup. And it would also deny them from someone else. I mean, like I said, we have really good expansion, so ruining somebody else's expansion by taking all the mercenaries would, it might be kind of nice. But I'm not expecting much, and it doesn't matter if we don't get them. Besides that, I am queuing up a Furbolg Druid, our cheapest researcher. 70 gold, pretty nice. And a bunch of Numidian warriors. Probably just going to spam Numidian warriors in the early game. They're relatively easy to get out. They don't have any sort of special requirements, and they're great units. Can easily go underwater without dealing with rust. Actually, do we have any iron in this nation? No, it's early age, right? Yeah, okay. So that's kind of irrelevant. But they've got, golden spears and a javelin. Pretty cool. Stealthy and glamoured, so if I just rely on Nemedian warriors led by Nemedian people, then by the time we finish the expansion, we'll just have big stealth glamoured armies everywhere, which would be pretty cool. So that's recruitment for now. We do have some really nice scales, sort of. We've got a tiny bit of order for some rec points, tons of resources. Do have heat though, bit of growth, lots of luck, and even some magic, so kind of a scales build. But yeah, last thing to do is declare our prophet. We are worshipping a harmless weather instrument, so I think I was going to name this guy, ordinary atmospheric phenomena or something. Seems pretty good to me. So he can become my prophet, and he's not a bad prophet, right? What's your map move? 18? 18 map move with 35 hit points? I mean, that's a fine prophet. Yeah. He'll become my prophet, and that is it for turn 1, I believe. So, there's turn 1. Just going to pause you while I check the video. But thanks for watching. See you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Turn 2 is usually just spent reading proclamations, so let's read some proclamations. First up, Ulm. Yes you are, is the prophet of the goodest boy. Beverage, always a great epithet. Master of Fishermen, Lord of the Waves. Malverni, H2O for you, is the prophet of Hexanitro Hexazai so Wurtzitane. Okay, dude. You got me. Guardian of Existence, Prince of Arcane Mysteries, Great Prince of the Earth, King of Corruption. Sarmatia and his Lady Duchess is the prophet of Duke of Berkshire. The Merchant of Souls, Prince of Blood and Perfume, great epithet. God of Unnatural Lust, also a pretty funny epithet. Left Hand of Knowledge, pairs great with God of Unnatural Lust. Calum, a second Sikigaro has hit, is the prophet of Bird Crash Investigations. Queen of Suffering, Dweller of Sins, Princess of Men's Fates. Agartha, Bing it up your ass, is the prophet of Compress to Postcode File. Okay. He who seals the gates of death, Master of Metals, Prince of Untimely Death. Fomoria, that's me. Ordinary atmospheric phenomena, it's the prophet of harmless weather instrument. Did we get any funny epithets? Master of the Hunt, Lord of Horses, Prince of Poetry and Song. They are awful epithets. What a shame. Vanheim, Classified Ad, is the prophet of Ford Transit. The Mountain Lord, the Rock, the Fortifier. Pretty simple. Helheim we have... No. Surely not. Hilda, the Hellcarl, is the prophet of... Oh god, it's happening again. An unnamed prophet, really? Despicable. The Leaf Lord, Friend of the Dead, but no friend of mine. Lanka, we have... AIM, guys, I swear, is the prophet of... Yeah, I totally remembered this personification of youthful vitality and violence. What an amazing epithet! I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's a crazy one. The Womb, Goddess of Revelry. Zabalba, I'm smoking indica right now, is the prophet of It's Summertime, Get Blazed. Patron of Human Sacrifice, Protector of the Holy Mountain, She of the Jade Skirt. And that's it for proclamations. No particularly funny epithets with god names, but some pretty cool epithets at least. It looks like a few people didn't proclaim, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 people still to go. Interesting. Relier's definitely one of them. Alright, well, there's the proclamations. That's the fun stuff out of the way. Let's get back to Dominions. So, first up, you may notice we have no gold in the treasury. Nothing getting recruited. I checked the mercenary list. There is, of course, the best mercenary company in the game. Possibly. Certainly in the early age. Early portion of the game. The Shipwreckers. So I just bid all of our gold on them. They would be pretty amazing for us. We do have plenty of water near us, so they could get into that. We're also, you know, we don't have an awake god, so it's going to take us a second to get our expansion armies rolling, so it'd be really nice if we got them because they can expand through stuff really easily. So we'll bid on them, hope we get them. If we do get them, I probably won't send them into the water right away. I'll probably send them through Zox instead to try and put some more resources in our cap. Then from there they have tons of options, so maybe they can get some more water down here. Maybe they can go through Sailor's Heaven and then pick up these lakes. Who knows? Let's hope that we get them first though. So, fingers crossed. Looks like Arco got Ronald's archers. Not that I particularly wanted them. So that's no recruitment at all. So that's that out of the way. Next up, it's the attack. So, gonna send our guys into Impassable Mountains. I can now see that in addition to Desert of the Cliff Dwellers, we do also have Zox here, which has 53 income and 25 resources. Not amazing. You also have Misfortune scales. That's interesting, because we have Luck scales. So, unless there's enemy Dominion like right here that was already pushing up, there's probably some kind of Misfortune site here. I'll keep an eye on it and see. Although it might be hard to tell now, they're going to push it out. But that's, you know, noticed it anyway. Yeah, but this is a 53 income, 25 resource province. It's fine. It's not very interesting to us, though. We're going to have what? There's 19 plus 25 resources so far. So far, this is a very, very, very low resource cap circle, unfortunately. So, Impassable Mountains, it's up to you. I've got the guys pulled back into a block up here. We're fine. We've got shields. We don't mind incoming fire. We'll just pull stuff towards us, hit it with stones, smite it a bit. That'll be okay. No reason to rush right into the fray. We don't have any sacreds. We don't even have a bless currently because my god is asleep. And not really much to say. Our starting army is fine. Slingers aren't exactly, you know, amazing. But the Fomorian warriors are... They've got a full set of armor and 33 hit points, so they certainly last a while, as long as you don't deploy them too recklessly. And then filling out with a bunch of Nemedians who are amazing units. We should get some mileage out of this army, honestly. Next few armies will probably just be Nemedian warriors, though. And that is more or less it for movements this turn, or anything this turn. Scout is going to head on this direction, because why not? My Prophet army will probably just try to push straight through here and get into this region. We'll see if we can do that or not. We do not have a researcher, so I've plugged in 4 levels of construction. Might as well, we've got lots of giant commanders who can, you know, and thug them out, why not? But really, what we're going up construction for is partly for Alquils, of course. Turn our gems into some early research boosters. But also, hitting construction 2 and 4 will give us the corpse construct boosters as well. That sounds like a joke, but it's not. So, that'll be a nice early plan. And I think that's everything for turn 2, right? Yeah. So, next turn we get to see if Impassable is a good province or not. Otherwise, we're going to have pretty dismal early game performance, actually. Because I will not be able to get out many units. And I kind of wanted to get out many units, so we'll see how that goes. Commanders-wise this turn, I probably would have recruited either a Nemedian Sorceress to just walk around site searching, or a Fomorian Prince, because they can bring stuff underwater. That would have been nice to have that ready to go, because yeah, there's lots of water right next to us. And I would have just recruited 5 Nemedian warriors as well. But then I spotted the mercenaries, so let's hope we get the shipwreckers instead. But that's it for turn 2, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We had 1 battle, and we also managed to recruit the shipwreckers, so pretty good. Always good news when you get those guys. Here's our first battle anyway. We're back in the corner, letting these guys walk towards us. Also, last turn, I mentioned that this chassis isn't too bad as a Prophet chassis. You know what I didn't do? I didn't inspect whatever starting affliction we had. Turns out it's a limp. So that kind of takes the shine off him a little bit. So basic map move 18, -4 from the armor currently, but -4 from the limp as well. So if we get his armor changed, it's actually map move 14, not 18. It's not quite as good. Whatever though. I noticed in this battle he had a limp. I was like, what the hell? He didn't get hit. How does he have that? Oh yeah, he started with it. We've got a pretty nice smite for independence as well. It's just instant death. MR negates. And indies don't generally have very good magic resistance, so I think I might put him on advance and cast spells on his script so that he walks forward and smites people. But besides that, I mean, not much to really say here. Pretty easy province. Didn't lose any of the important troops. Lost 3 of the slingers. Okay. And yeah, we got the shipwreckers. So here's Baloney and his war shamblers. These are great units. And they can go underwater. Although, not going to do that just yet. I'm going to send these guys into Zox to continue building out the resources in our capital. Now with that in mind, very important moment here. We get to inspect impassable mountains and see just how many resources are in this province. So, can I get a dramatic drum roll, please? Impassable mountains, come on. Give us a superior iron mine. Which there obviously isn't, because you'd be able to see the icon right now, but you know. Let's keep the dream alive. Big numbers. Big numbers. 200 resources, please. Let's see. 44. Alright, it's pretty bad. It's not good. We have a grand total of 19 plus 25 plus 44 resources in our cap. It's not amazing, is it? By any stretch. But, you know, it's what we've got to work with. This is the nature of having a 3-connection cap circle, unfortunately. That's what you pay for when you get a coast. But we'll do what we can. We do at least have our dominion to spread here yet. We are productivity 3. So it'll get boosted a little bit more, right? Resources plus 15%? I mean, it's something. It'll go up. Anyway, that's it for that stuff. Here's the map now. It's tempting to get to Promised Land, but I mean, that's kind of locked in. It's going to be ours, right? It might be a really nice province, high income. But I'm going to push my profit army on and just go straight to Donemark. At that point, we're going to have to probably go through Carrion Mire, which will be a bit, you know, undesirable. But from that point on, we might be able to lock down some of this territory if we're lucky, so we'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, we just try and crawl around this lake and just hold it. That would be something at least. But Donemark itself doesn't look too bad. We have a scout here that should give a more accurate report. It just says 30 heavy infantry, so script's the same. Heavy infantry can just walk towards us and, you know, die eventually. That's fine. Profits on advancing gas spells now. Almost didn't do it. But yeah, Syllable of Death is pretty nice against Indies because, yeah, just take 999 points of armor negating damage with an MR check. That's in addition to the 10 points of armor negating damage you get originally. Doesn't work on undead though. Bologna and his war shamblers will go to Zox. 15 income, 25 resources. We can go anywhere we want after that. The war shamblers shouldn't have too many problems with most indie types. I've just got them on a big line at the front because they don't have shields or anything. So just have to run forward and chop things up with their massive glaives. These are brutal weapons. And Igoloni is just behind them. I'll have him attack closest eventually, because, I mean, he's no slouch in combat himself. Even came with a weapon of sharpness. But yeah, after that, I mean, we'll go wherever looks, you know, like the best option. Not thinking about it too much yet. I mean, there's lots of places we could do. You could just keep pushing down and get more land here. We could take this sea if we want to, go through the farm, get the water provinces, come on land to pick up this in our cap circle because it's awkward, and then continue and get water, and then get this as well. It depends how long he remains ours and how intact his army stays. But yeah, we'll try and leverage him as best we can. And back in our cap, we are doing some recruitment. I'm going to quickly get one of these Fomorian princes out because it has sailing. Because if we do have to like move into this to take it, just to get it in our cap circle, can't really go anywhere from there. Although I guess this connection is currently open. We do have heat scales, right? I mean, maybe this will stay open throughout winter, and that'd be okay. That's a good point. Maybe I should... I don't know. Where do I want to send... No, I have to send the shipwreckers down there, because I really want to get this territory as well. But yeah, either way, having a leader with sailing means we can take this and then go, you know, anywhere along the coastline. We might even be able to go from Desert of the Cliff Devil. We might even be able to go from Desert of the Cliff Dwellers to the Promised Land? I'm not sure. It's possible, right? I don't know exactly how sailing works, to be honest with you. We'll see, I guess. But for now, yeah, just getting one of those because he has sailing. I might also try to get out an early Sork to do site searching. And after that, I'll probably just recruit Numidian champions for a bit to lead around the Numidian warriors, which is all I'm really recruiting at the moment. We don't have a huge amount of gold just yet, but we don't have a huge number of resources either, so it's not a big deal yet. But expansion should go pretty well now because we already have 2 viable squads. We'll just try and quickly build up the 3rd. And that's it for turn 3. So, I'll leave it there. I hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.